Right now we have thousands of resistance forces inside Panjshir. They're still there, and we are uploading footages of these resistance fighters on a daily basis in the mountains of Panjshir, on the mountaintops, in the sub-valleys of Panjshir, and we control more than half of Panjshir at the moment.
Taliban not victorious in Afghanistan's Panjshir region, National Resistance Front says. France 24 spoke to Ali Maissam Nazari, head of foreign relations for the National Resistance Front of Afghanistan, NRF, an anti-Taliban military alliance which recently set up a parallel government in response to the Taliban taking power. Nazari claimed that the country's new rulers are not victorious in Afghanistan's northeastern Panjshir region, that the resistance is continuing, and that the NRF actually controls more than half of Panjshir, despite Taliban propaganda to the contrary. Ali Maissam Nazari added that Ahmad Massoud, the leader of the anti-Taliban NRF, is inside the country, is not planning on leaving Afghanistan, and is going to continue resistance until we achieve freedom and we achieve victory. Nazari also told France 24 that the Taliban cannot represent the people of Afghanistan, and the people of Afghanistan do not want the Taliban to represent them.
So our military commanders made the ultimate decision, with the last decision, the final decision being made by Commander Ahmad Massoud, the leader of the National Resistance Front, that conventional war isn't the right path at the moment, that we have to use an unconventional method, guerrilla warfare, used in the 1980s against the Soviet Union. So we withdrew from the main valley of Panjshir to the sub-valleys, and 55 to 60% of Panjshir are the sub-valleys, running from southern Panjshir to the northern parts of Panjshir. So for us, it was a priority to withdraw. All of our bases are in the sub-valleys, and to keep the strategic positions, the mountaintops and other strategic positions. So the Taliban on the 6th of September came into the main valley, and the situation is like that at the moment. The Taliban have the main valley, which is just a road running from south of Panjshir to north of Panjshir, but all the sub-valleys are under our control. And this is something that was done back in the 1980s. The Soviets entered Panjshir 9 times. They took the main valley 9 times. However, they would get comfortable, they would stay and declare victory. But after a few weeks, or even a month, after a month or two, when the counteroffensive would happen, they would leave the valley humiliated and defeated. This happened 9 times. And that was the Red Army, which came via land and air. The Taliban just only came via ground, and in a few weeks we'll see.
I have to ask this since there have been claims that Ahmad Massoud had fled Afghanistan. Where is the leader of the National Resistance Front today?
Cannot specify his exact location, but he's inside the country. He's besides his people, and he's somewhere safe.
He hasn't fled Afghanistan, and he's not planning to?
No, he's going to continue resistance until we achieve freedom and we achieve victory.
So are you still calling for an uprising of the Afghan people against the Taliban?
Of course, of course. The only way to defeat this terrorist group, this crime syndicate, this drug cartel, is through the resistance of the people of Afghanistan. The Taliban cannot represent the people of Afghanistan. The people of Afghanistan do not want the Taliban to represent them. The most members that are part of this crime syndicate is maybe 50,000. And they're aligned with groups like Al-Qaeda and other criminal and terrorist groups. They cannot form a government and a state to represent the people of Afghanistan. The only solution is to continue resistance and uprising until we're able to liberate the country from these terrorists.
Are you